Most anime is just a very fancy commercial for manga. Hey, that's how you make a podcast. So you have to say something.
Welcome back to the Roundtable, baby.
Roundtable.
All right,
First
so
episode in Roundtable.
second.
My first episode.
Attack on Titan
in
is one of the
Roundtable.
best
Hey, who are you?
mecha
Why are
anime
you
ever made.
I don't know. I was called here one random day. I was in like an alleyway, and they're like, "Bro, you need to get on the podcast right now."
Right now, like right this second. And we all know him. We all know him. It's Diego. He's back. You don't know who I am though. Maybe.
Yeah, it's like you're a professional isekai enthusiast.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
We are missing somebody, but I'm sure he'll join us later. Anyways,
Special guest later to episode.
special guest later in the episode. Real.
All right, okay, I made the comment. Okay.
Well, Zeke,
Yes.
I know you had some stuff you wanted to discuss with us. So what do you have, bud?
Okay, so Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. No,
Okay.
I'm more so mad that I spent like $17 to go watch in theater the whole like movie thing when it was
Nah,
just
dude.
like Angel
was-
knows he's
dude.
nodding his head. It was
No.
like 3 episodes of just straight recap, and then the one like the first
I'm
episode
be
of the
honest, I
season.
don't see any
It
value
was
in
like
going to the Demon Slayer movie to what's going to get adapted to the TV
Wait,
anime
wait.
anyway.
Is
So
no,
it's like,
Train?
it was no. It was literally the entertainment district, or not entertainment district, the Sportsman Village arc, the beginning of that one.
I didn't watch that.
Like I literally went in theaters with like a few friends, and I was expecting, I was like going in like expecting like a little bit more new content. Like we got to see the Hashira meeting, we got to see the beginning of the arc. Like it was literally just like the ending of the entertainment district fight, and then the first episode of the Swordsman's Village arc. It was like a 43-minute first episode, because if you watch the first episode now,
Oh my goodness.
is that the boy?
Oh, sorry.
Alright.
Is that our special guest? Is that our special guest, Jack Vasquez? Oh my
Yes.
gosh, he's here. Come take a seat, Jack.
You have to
almost
sit in that
like
chair.
anime
You have to
movies,
sit in
like,
that chair.
I've only really went out 3 times to watch an anime movie in theaters.
I was gonna go watch Mugen Train, but I didn't have money.
Dude,
I remember, like-
Mugen Train in theaters was fire.
I know that
I
was
almost
crazy.
didn't get in though because you had to bring an adult, and
Oh,
I didn't
really?
realize that. And so I had to call up my cousin went to watch with me, and he was staying at my house, and so we called him up real quick, and he drove over hella fast, and he got like some random seat in the front while we all sat there.
Nice. Honestly, like, cause like I wanted to go see Mugen Train in theaters so bad, because after reading the manga with the whole we'll call it the donut scene.
Donut scene.
I assume. Okay, I watched JoJo's. I know exactly. I watched JoJo's. I know exactly what you're talking meaning by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I get it now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I could say this on camera, but like in theaters.
Yeah, okay.
The gat, if you will. The gat. Yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah, there was somebody in the theater. Do you know him? Ethan? When the scene came, he went, yeah. There was multiple. Yeah. Honestly, like, theater anime is really, I think it's kind of like a cooler thing now. Like, a lot of people are going to it.
I mean, I enjoy because I think when anime movies come out, they go higher up on the animation. Like I remember watching the Konosuba movie back in 2019.
I remember that. That was a long
I didn't
time
watch
ago.
Oh
that.
yeah, I know. It's like I was wearing this shirt when I went to go see it in theaters.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, you know why? Because a lot of even like animated films in general, they do like that weird thing with the lighting that makes it look like it's a higher quality.
I know, it's like-
really not.
I mean, it depends. Like I was looking at, I've seen like 3 anime films. Like okay, Konosuba in theaters. Yeah, as I said. I've watched Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Even though I was late to the first bit, so it's like I didn't.
Are you late? What?
My family forced me to go to the Bay Area,
Oh.
so no, it was literally out of my control for me.
I mean,
I wouldn't be able to watch a movie if I missed the first like 5 minutes.
oh yeah,
It bothered me
because you
too
wouldn't know
much.
what's going on.
And
Sucks.
then I watched the recent one, Sword Art Online Progressive, Scherzo of the Night. It's like, and that one was particularly divisive. Like a lot of people say it's bad, but okay, I didn't watch trailers. I literally just saw an ad for it on Instagram.
I feel like a lot of
people.
people just watched it based off the trailers.
I'm be honest. I personally liked it because, like, okay, the Sword Art Online segment was my favorite part of Sword Art Online. So it's like, I'm happy. that
GGO was the best part of Sword Art.
I enjoy Gun Gale. I think that was a pretty
No,
interesting
Gun
part.
Gale Online was the
Gun
coolest,
Gale Online
the
was
coolest part.
Oh yeah, like I don't know. I think that was definitely a good one. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
It's fire.
Or who knows? Maybe it's just positive memories because I watched it like after Alpine.
Maybe I need to rewatch it.
Oh yeah, I've been thinking about rewatching
I need to
it too.
rewatch the
Like,
last season.
I
I've seen it.
I was
No, I
gonna
haven't
rewatch
watched any of
Sword
Alicization.
Online, but
I don't
unfortunately,
know.
what
the
is
first season was
Alicization
taken.
about? Is it
I
like
don't
a,
even know.
is it a
second season was-
reboot or is it like?
Okay,
It's
so
not a reboot,
Alicization,
it's
it's a
a
weird
reboot.
situation where it is and isn't a reboot because it's like, or it's a kind of reboot sequel situation where it's like, okay, so we start off like, it is like, it's still Kirito from the first bit, but like, he's then sent to this VR world where he has his memories sealed off, and then he kind of just grows up in this new world, like, he just thinks he's a native in this virtual world. It's like, so, it's kind of hard to explain.
Okay, because I remember reading synopsis for it like when I was still actually watching it. I was like, I have no idea what this is about. But okay, I don't know. I probably won't enjoy it as much as I did then when I rewatched it.
I mean, although I think of the spin-off show, Sword and Final Turn Gun Gale Online, this is a separate bit. Like, I think that was pretty good because like it was a pretty good because it
The
was
side story?
yeah, it's a spin-off. It's not about none of the
Okay.
main cast from Sword Online is it. It's a send Gun Gale Online, like another group of players. Like, I think I also kind of wish that was more stuff like it because it wasn't really like trying to do any of the big stakes the typical Sword Online series does. It kind of is more just like people gaming in this like with full dive VR.
Okay, I can still enjoy that.
Yeah, I'm honest, like
It's like
yeah, it's like
Ready Player One.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like cool watching them play the
I
game.
know, it's like, I'll be honest, genuinely, that's kind of how I think. I kind of wish there was more, like, expansion on what other games are like, because, like, that's the most world building we get on, like, what other games people are playing aside from just all the sword games.
Okay,
What are you looking at, cameraman?
Minutes.
Oh.
Timer goes down.
You know what I completely forgot to do?
what?
Jack, you're here.
Yes.
I always do an intro.
What do you want to talk about, Jack?
I don't know.
So
I read something this morning
You
that
saw
I
it?
really want to talk about. But I don't think anybody here has seen it or.
I just said it. I might have heard about it.
I know they
No,
have
but
it.
it's
They have it in the library here now.
1081
1081. Is that the name?
One Piece.
Oh, yeah,
wait.
that was trending.
I can't. Bro,
Mid-piece, baby.
I only got the episode like.
Okay, oh yeah, oh my, I just realized, okay, there was another anime movie I watched, yeah, I watched One Piece Film Red.
I forgot there was a One Piece film in the theaters.
Yeah, it was like a few months ago.
I heard it was bad.
A lot of music.
I heard it was like
I
really fire.
heard it was the same song played over and over.
No, different songs, but like,
They all sound similar.
They all
That's
sound
why.
better.
They all sound similar.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I thought it was good, but I also have never watched anything other One Piece media, so it's like,
Oh yeah, a lot of people went into that film like not even like watching
That's
a single
weird.
episode of One Piece.
This is
They
weird.
just kind of went in.
I don't. I
Well,
mean,
I
I
get-
genuinely like. I only know basics because one of my friends he is into One Piece, so it's like I did not. But I myself, I did not know anything. So
Yeah, I watch anime. You watch One Piece? No.
I'm gonna go to the movie though.
I'm
The
gonna
best
watch
part
the
about
movie
One
though.
Piece is like the world building. That's the only thing that keeps it going.
I
Just,
still
like,
haven't seen a
seeing
single
the world
like,
like
It's
expand.
weird. Like I love movies, but like it's slow.
It
It's
is-
slow. It's
okay,
really
the
slow.
anime. I couldn't keep watching the anime because of how slow it was.
Yeah.
I'll probably pick it up again. But the beginning of One Piece is so hard to get through. It's
I'll
like
be honest,
I watched 600 episodes of One Piece and I stopped.
I'm be honest. I'm not sure if I'd be able to actually sit through One Piece. Like, it's so much media.
We're really breaking Jack's heart right now because he's a
Oh, yeah.
One Piece enjoyer. He loves One Piece.
it's good, but at the same time,
It's good, but
there's
it's
problems.
Okay,
you could definitely compress it
if
down
you
to,
really,
like maybe 500
really
episodes.
like would want to read it, just read it.
I know.
Like
but
if
like,
you're not gonna watch it, if you
I have-
think you're never gonna watch
if
it,
I read the manga first, I don't want to watch the
It's
anime. That's like,
exactly.
but like,
I
what?
didn't.
Those are-
I like.
I read Kaguya Sama before watching the anime, and it took me like months to actually like get around to watching the anime.
I don't know why.
To be fair, sometimes the
I
manga
watch it.
experience is better than the anime experience.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm be honest. I feel like okay. Here's the thing: if you spend enough time in anime, you're gonna just find yourself going to manga because like at this point you just get tired of like when you really like an anime, but then you just get like okay, there's no more seasons.
yeah, for the most part, it's when like the last episode's done and you want to know what's next. You kind of just read the manga.
Yeah,
Most
like,
anime watchers become manga.
I mean, yeah, I was hyped because, like,
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, recently there's been a new piece of Konosuba anime, Konosuba, an explosion on this wonderful world. It's the Megumin focused prequel. I was so hyped because yeah, like I waited 4 years
It's so
This is
crazy
the
that
last
Konosuba's
piece
still
of the
going on.
Konosuba anime.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that it's still going on.
I mean, the story is like the main story has been finished. It's just now mostly spin-offs, really. Like
Yeah.
the author's willing to go into like
Just
into
like extra
spin-offs.
stuff on the side.
Yeah, but the main story of Konosuba is finished. I need to go read the light novels at some point.
Mm.
So
How do we all feel about isekai?
okay, I'll be
It's a
honest.
great genre.
Yeah, I actually like it. Yeah, it's like I mean, obviously, yeah, there's a lot of like annoying tropes. But I'm gonna be honest, like it can definitely be done well.
The only issue is that sometimes it's kind of monotonous, if that's the word for it. Because it's kind of just always like the same kind
I know it's like
of similar
I don't know
tropes.
if
yeah.
Jared likes it, bro.
especially
There's a lot of isekais, bro.
Yeah, especially when it's like okay, here's the thing.
I'm the same way though.
Okay, have you seen the? I remember seeing on Crunchyroll the promotion for it. The reincarnated another world as a vending machine.
Dude,
That's so
I need to watch that.
I know, it's like I'm gonna
Random,
watch that. But, like
they're all
that's the thing. It's like we have so much isekai coming out now. It's like we are going to have to go to these
Honestly-
weird specific like scenarios.
Okay, all the weird reincarnated things, the best are probably like slime,
Yeah.
and then sword. Sword is really good. Spider. Haven't seen Spider? Okay, the anime isn't that good. Alright, the
That's
anime.
what I saw.
The
That's why I
anime is like
didn't wanna
split
watch
into
it.
two different stories, and they don't intersect at all
Oh, that's weird.
during the
That's
during the
literally
area
like-
they're in.
That one show.
It's weird, but like it's like the story of the spider and the story of like the girl's classmates, and they just like in the beginning you just don't care about the classmates at all. You just want to see more of the spider.
Dude, that's good for some. Dude, you know what else I watched?
What was it?
Fruits of Evolution. I literally like.
I don't know about
I don't know. It's very bad. Like the last fight scene, he breaks out and fucking dance.
that. Slime,
He did.
sword,
Also, I said
spider.
it again.
I think those are the three I'm thinking of. I've had a weird goblin reincarnation manga. No, that one's weird. Don't read that one. No,
I
no.
think I've heard the name of it.
Okay.
Dude, I need to watch the next episode of Demon Slayer.
I haven't even watched the first one, because we already saw it.
No, the thing is, dude, you know what? I think the best part about when we watched it was the Hashira meeting
Yeah.
and the scene, but we won't talk about the scene. But, you know.
Keep bringing that up, bro.
It is.
How about-
the second episode?
Talk about some of the manga on the table.
We're gonna talk about Hunter x Hunter, dude.
Okay,
We're gonna talk about it.
have we all watched Hunter?
What is on the?
Have you watched Hunter x Hunter?
Okay, actually no, I haven't.
Have you read it, like, at all?
No.
Have you watched Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah.
You watched it.
Okay, we gotta like explain it to like someone. We gotta get someone into it. So
If you were to try to convince Diego to watch Hunter
yeah.
x Hunter, what
Okay,
would you
so it's like there's this kid on an island, right? And he's like fishing, and then when he's
He's like fishing.
and so he's like trying to catch like the monster of the lake, and so he gets this tug, and so when he like wraps himself like around like a tree branch and like pulls out this giant fish, and then it was apparently a fish his dad caught too, so he's like trying to catch up to his dad who like disappeared. He like abandoned him.
Okay, I
Wait.
know that. Like, okay, I haven't read it, but I have like learned bits of what Hunter x Hunter is
Yeah.
about.
Basically, he go be hunter because his dad abandoned him to be a hunter.
Yes.
So he wants to know what was so good about being a hunter.
I
that
know.
made him want to abandon his own
Like the
child.
only things I know is like okay, like he has some super form where he gets larger and his hair just gets stupidly long. Like,
That is
That's
a very.
way later.
I know it's like
The
okay.
last, like,
That's basically him going insane. That's
Mhm.
him losing all rationality.
yeah. After that, he literally he's not in the show.
No, okay, it's still cool.
True, he really isn't.
He shows up at the end again when he like finds
Yeah,
his
like-
dad. He
like
finds his
after-
dad. He like climbs
The
up
last
the tree.
episode. He climbed the tree. It's the last thing.
It was okay. That arc was so cool. Like seeing. Okay, the wishes part was kind of dumb though. Like the sister who.
Oh yeah,
grants wishes.
what's
I don't know what that means.
is it Aluka?
The rules behind it were so dumb. But
The rules didn't apply to kill him. Let's be real.
they didn't. He could ask. He didn't need to make a wish. He could literally ask. He could. Okay, so there's his sister, right? Let me go. Let's rewind a little bit. He has a sister who has this power. You don't know about his sister until this very episode. Like the sister is not. He suddenly just remembers his sister. That's how it happens, right? He's like, oh my god, I have a sister, and so, like his sister is like trapped in this like insane asylum, like in the basement of the house. So
It's a little weird.
and then he breaks out with his sister because Gon, he was like in a like a
A
vegetative
coma.
state, bro. He was like on his deathbed.
Oh, here. Post when he goes insane, when he has like his hair's crazy, he basically like grabbed power from his future self and like literally like brought it into himself like at the time so he could beat the person that killed like his mentor. Well, Kate, like
Yeah,
the dude with the white hair, because like he was fighting this like one of the is it Chimera Ant? Yeah,
Yeah.
Chimera Ant.
It was just like what was it? What was it? The Royal Knight.
Neferpitu.
And that's just, yeah.
And he tried to fight Neferpitu in like his normal form and he couldn't beat them. So he pulled like his den from the future.
Then is basically the power in
Yeah.
that world.
Yeah, and he pulled it into himself, but since like you're taking all of it from the future, and he used it all just to win,
Just a
just to
It's
beat
just a
one person.
one-sided beatdown.
All of his Nen power just kind of like went away, and he kind of just like went into like a coma. It's like a Nen induced coma, I think is what it is
Something like
technically called. And he was like in the hospital. So then back to what's he
Then
was saying.
best friend Killua, he gets his sister, breaks out of the asylum with her, and they kind of explain the rules. What happens is you ask her, no, you do 3 favors for her, right? So ask you to do 3 things, and then so grant you a wish. And then when you grant that wish, the next person who does the favors like suffers like backlash from that wish.
Yeah.
So like if you wish like for $1 million, the next person that gets the wish will also get their wish, but like some kind of consequence. It's like you could probably die. I think I don't remember what exactly the consequences were.
I know that if like you don't listen to her, then it's like
Yeah.
you get
Don't like
the maids like
thing
would
she
the
asked
maids
you.
would do it, and like I think they would like lose maids because they wouldn't
Yeah.
listen to her.
They would get wishes and then they'd die.
Like it could be something so simple like, or I think she asks you like
She
she's
asked,
like she literally goes like uppies, and you have to like they put her up, and like that's one of the things, that's one of the favors. And the next person like it could just be like it's kind of weird, like your eyes it's, like, she asks you like take them out, but if you don't do it then like I'm pretty sure.
That's what it was. The
Yeah.
favors get
Yeah,
worse.
favors get
The
worse.
That's what it
Yeah.
was. Okay.
So and then if you don't listen to it, then you can just go like, you know what I'm saying?
But
Yeah.
someone's favors literally.
But okay, so
Because I think it has something to do with the fact that it's just like the brother that's nice to her.
yeah,
something
so
like
basically the brother was the only one that treated her like an actual human. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, because
What
her
he-
name's literally something. It's
yeah.
not-
So it was basically 2 little sisters in one. One of them is like the regular sister, and one of them is like the alternate personality, I grant wishes sister, right? And so he's friends with both of them, so he can just ask the wishing sister for like a request, and she'll just grant it.
What is her name? Nautica. That's what it is.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so, and there's also another secret rule that no one knew about. If you ask for like a healing wish, there won't be any consequences.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's why. But she's not as good as healing, is the explanation. So they have to bring her all the way to Gon in like the hospital to actually use the healing
wish.
wish.
Like right there. That's what
Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of weird. That's how the entire Hunter x Hunter though. It's just a bunch of weird rules.
Yeah.
I kind of got lost at some point.
Yeah. I figured too because I got lost too, and I've seen the show. So
It's been like a whole bunch.
honestly, a lot of it is just like basically if I were to put it in like a bridge kind of Gon go Hunter exam, Gon meet Killua, Gon meet Kurapika, Gon meet Leoria.
Hunter exam is hella cool.
It's just kind of like this whole like test to see if you're prepared to be a hunter. They pass the hunter exam.
And then they go to.
What's the second season?
They split off.
Second season.
Do they split off or no? It's
Is
not.
it when he learns
No,
next?
they
No,
go-
he goes to the battle tower.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's that.
he
They
go
split off, right?
he go meet Nen trainer to become real hunters. He learns Nen, fights in tournament, fights
Forgetting.
funny weird
Funny
clown man.
Funny clown man.
So
yeah.
Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Funny
Like,
clown.
that's like that's like those are like the 3 like also like
Yes.
Theorio, like the guy in the suit. That's like those are the
Yeah.
only characters I know from Hunter x Hunter.
Mhm.
Funny clown man is very powerful.
Yeah, I've seen many memes of him.
Oh,
They go to the
he goes to
New York-
Killua's house.
New York.
He meets his family. He does like that whole thing with the coin, and it's like, where are you? Like,
Oh,
they
yeah.
play like this
Oh, that
cool little game. They had to like train to like open the
This is
gates.
not gonna
of
make
his
any
house.
sense.
It makes
I'm
no
not-
sense.
this is not gonna make
I
it
think
a
we
It
difference.
makes
gotta-
no
I think we
sense.
gotta move on.
Yeah. Let's see what. And then they go to their dimension, New York City. or
York
something.
New City.
York New City. to like what was it?
I don't.
It was like
It was like
They went to go buy a game.
it was like an auction,
Auction.
and then Killua shows up because the Phantom Troop is there. Not even gonna explain the Phantom Troop, but like
it's basically a gang of bad guys
a group of 8 bad guys
They got spiders.
specifically.
that Hisoka is a part of.
Yeah. So funny clown man.
Funny clown.
And it basically Killua, he really wants to kill the Phantom Troop.
No,
So-
That's Kurapika.
Yep. Kurapika.
With his eyes.
I think we gotta move on to a different part.
Yeah, it's a little complicated because it's so long.
It's just like it's been so long that I don't remember everything in order.
I don't know. There's some funny tropes where like there's like this funny thing where like Killua's hand, he just like puts a bunch of blood in his hand. It's like suddenly like a blade. It's just like I don't know.
He's also really good
He
at darts.
trained this
Yeah.
guy.
He trained for darts specifically. That one episode.
Yeah.
That one episode.
Okay,
That is
maybe,
true.
okay, maybe we should move on off Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What about
all right, so actually, okay, this is a series I kept up with until it's like I kind of stopped at Dr. Stone.
I've never seen Doctor Stone.
Oh,
I've heard of it though. It seems like very interesting.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, the show was actually pretty interesting. So yeah, the premise is, yeah, well, you've probably heard of it. It's like the world gets petrified. Every human is it, and so then like it cuts like we cut to a several centuries later. Yeah, like Kaiju, yeah, we see him awaken because someone unfreed him from petrification.
This is already less confusing than the Hunter x Hunter discussion.
And then we
Hunter
meet
is ridiculous,
Senku.
that's why.
He is basically just a super scientist. This guy
Oh.
knows every science.
Like that'd be some Marvel things
possible.
that you would see. Some Marvel stuff.
I mean, he would probably be able to figure out time travel if he had the resources. But yeah, basically, it's now just we are seeing Minecraft the anime / manga.
That's just very interesting.
Like basically, it's because it's basically them trying to kind of speed run getting back to the modern age of like tech.
Okay.
Yeah, they figure out like the first bit is like figuring out petrification serum, and then it's like it's that because things escalate as they unpetrify more people, because then they start forming clans, and there's kind of just invite. There's kind of like there's a bit of political drama in that sort of way, and we just keep expanding now. Like firstly, it's like the series I think is getting I think it's ridiculous because like. And there's a bunch of stuff that, like, honestly, I'm not gonna spoil because I don't even think, because, like, I'm probably, like, still, like, a few seasons ahead of the anime watchers, so, and I'm not, since none of you have seen it, I'm not about to spoil you on any of the later stuff that's, like, shown.
It's been on my list for a while. I just haven't gotten around to watching it.
I don't
Is
really
everything here Shonen Jump?
There's something I want to watch.
That's most of the.
Is this all Shonen Jump?
Yes.
There's no
It is
scene.
Man, we should have got Horimiya up there. Come on, we should have at least gotten, like, a raw.
Does
I
that
haven't watched
mean-
Horimiya.
Does that mean we're moving into the next genre of rom-coms and feel-goods?
I love rom-coms.
Dude, I love rom-coms. Dude, like,
What are you doing? Angel, cameraman!
Not the pin drop.
Hey.
Oh.
Alright, thank you, Angel. Yeah, okay.
You got it.
What's this here? Yeah, just.
I replace Demon Slayer. Move Demon Slayer. Whoa.
Actually-
Whoa,
Okay, guys.
Watch it, One Piece.
I
Watch it.
Naruto? Okay,
I
can we,
have-
watch
agree,
it.
hey, can we agree on Naruto?
I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
Okay. All right. I'm not attached to that show, so.
Actually,
Yeah,
I have no
Put it-
attachment to it either.
Okay, just
I think
sorry.
Am I the only one?
Yeah,
who
sorry,
watched
Naruto fans.
I've
I
seen
just-
it.
Like, what?
I
Watch
hate
Naruto.
I hate
I
Boruto
watched Naruto.
though. Boruto
I
sucks.
haven't watched. The only reason I want to watch Boruto is just to see Naruto and his family.
I have actually. I tried to watch Naruto. Like, I watched the first
Okay.
episode on Netflix. I don't know. I just never got into it.
It's the same thing with One Piece. It's hard in the beginning until you get to the fight with like Kakashi and Zabuza.
That's like Crunchyroll's most viewed clip.
Dude,
I know it's like Crunchyroll
You're
still
worse.
is rolling with the
Tiny
Naruto.
blade.
The Naruto.
Like it's so
I'll be
iconic
honest,
in like later seasons.
Like
but-
it's like I don't know. It's like here's what I feel like it's kind of hard. It's kind of like just generally harder to get into like the more established shonen franchises. Like
it's harder to get into because it's already like so
You have
many
to-
seasons down.
you have to meet the cool characters like
Yeah.
I know, like really just like and
Rock
really,
Lee,
I remember
like
Yeah.
holy.
yeah, like I remember hearing like and like about like I hear like someone made an edit to like remove all the filler from Naruto. It's like there's so many episodes.
Yeah.
They did that.
I watched every single filler.
Yeah,
once
it's
you
like-
once you reach Rock Lee taking off the lead weights to scrap, ooh, that's when it gets real.
The tuning exam is just the whole like arc is really good, and you even got like two Hasura fight. Like you get to see the Hasura and Orochi fight. Remember the old ass dude?
I'm sorry, I hear Hashira and I just like
Hokage?
Demon Slayer.
No!
You mean Hokage?
I'm
I
getting-
was like, what?
Hold on.
Brother.
I'm getting mixed up, bro. Hokage.
It's the same thing.
It's
It's the same thing, pretty much.
Starts with an H.
Hey, same role basically in the
It is,
story.
honestly, yeah, it is the
Same
same
role.
role.
Like that, it's like every shonen series will have that
Yeah,
problem.
we have Hokage, we have Hashira, we have Hunter, we
We
have
have like I have like number one hero.
yeah, we have Hero. Like,
Okay, let's turn back.
Every
We're
character.
talking about rom-coms here.
Okay, yeah.
So, what's your thoughts? Like, is there any show you really like?
I only know. I've only really read good manga rom-com. I haven't exactly watched any good anime rom-com. Specifically, the best manga rom-com I met is The Fragrant Flower Blooms in Pride. But I don't think any of you guys know that one.
No. I haven't seen
By the way, have
Yesterday.
you even read Wotakoi? Okay, dude. Genuinely speaking, it is one of my favorite rom-coms ever made. Please do yourself a service and either watch or read that.
I'm gonna need the name again later.
I can't think
It's
of
called
what
Wotakoi. Love is hard for otaku.
Oh, that.
Yes, I know. I
I
know. It's like it's. Hey, this is
just
what,
like
hey,
Office kind of.
Hey, this is the kind of future I'm hoping for myself here.
Yeah, it's basically just like an Office rom com.
Wait.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's honestly a fairly rare show because so many rom coms focus on high school, but
No.
Oh, the Miami list. Hell yeah. So,
Come on. I need.
I still
Angel
need to
Beats?
set mine up.
I get,
I-
is that a
dude.
rom-com?
I guess technically. I technically.
I mean it's kind of like a supernatural bit of action.
I think it is rom-com.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
some
more
action
rom-com
in it,
than action.
supernatural stuff.
See, there's rom com, but then there's rom, but it breaks your heart.
Okay.
Like Your Lie in April.
Dude, I think everyone should watch Angel Beats. Like that's so
Dude,
good.
oh, Angel Beats is one of those break your heart animes.
But dude, that scene when he's like grabbing at
He's
the
like,
air.
"Dude, no,
No, dude.
please." To be honest, I got lost at some point when I was watching it, and I was like, oh wait, never mind, that's what that means, and I've just been dumb the whole time. But because it was a little confusing how what's her name?
The Angel.
Yeah,
I don't remember
it was
her
a little
name.
weird how she worked. Like
She was basically only went. All right, how much are we gonna explain about it?
I don't know, because it's a little expansive. It's a little weird.
So,
I feel like
okay,
might be
It's
a
a good
good
show,
show
though.
to avoid
Okay.
going that hard into spoiler territory.
the premise is basically these people have died and they get sent to a school, and all these people who have died that are at the school have regrets in their past life, and so but once they get over the regrets in that school, they move on. But there is a group of kids that they don't want to get over their regrets. They're just having as much fun as they can and just doing their own thing. So the angel is there to try to get them to, because they don't go to school. Basically, once you start going to the school is when you start getting over your regrets. And the angel is there basically to try to get them to go to school so they can get over their regrets. But she is also, I think you find out kind of later, she's also someone that went there with regrets in the first place. But she just hasn't moved on because a very specific thing that shows up later in the show.
I remember that. Yeah.
But
Our principal knows.
I remember that.
it's also really funny too. A lot of the scenes are there's one specific scene when they have to make a distraction in class. So
Oh,
they just so what they do what they do is they have this guy. He's always basically he's always sitting on a chair. He's like, someone else is gonna be the distraction this time. But the distraction is the chair blowing up and launching into the ceiling.
It's so dumb.
Okay, so Clan Ed really quick. So Clan Ed is about this dude. He meets this girl, and she wants to start a theater club. And so it's the same thing as the last one. You need 4 people in a theater club.
It's so common, bro.
It's
But,
those
okay,
common trope to bring
so-
people together.
We're finding these other people, and she wants to be an actor because her parents wanted to be actors, but they gave up their dream to raise their kid. And so she wants to kind of relive her parents' dream for them. So they do the whole acting thing, and it goes pretty well. But then we kind of find out that the girl is constantly having fevers and having to stay away from school for long periods of time, and because of that, she's having a hard time graduating. And then we actually surprisingly it's one of the anime that goes past the high school arc.
Oh wow.
And
That's
like
impressive.
we go to the adult
Hey,
like
nice.
when they're adults, and so while he's an adult, he's like,
I remember that it skipped.
yeah, like wait,
Skipped?
It skipped at one point.
Oh, time skips. Yeah.
yeah,
I've only seen up to the high school part.
that's it. You didn't watch the
I didn't
Planet
finish
After
it.
story?
No.
I have not
That's the
watched
best
it.
part.
I've been told to watch it.
That's
though.
the
I've
best
seen-
part.
I've seen
though.
Clannad. I haven't seen the after.
I haven't watched it or played it because like it was originally like a visual novel game before like
It's-
it got turned into an anime.
Yeah, it's still really good. You should watch it.
It's still
But
really good.
basically, after story, he marries the sickly girl, and then they're having a happy family for a little bit. No. What happens? The wife. I'm just gonna call her a wife now. The wife, she dies during childbirth, and so
Ouch.
he basically is like hella depressed. He doesn't even look at his kid. His kid is living with the wife's parents. Basically, he doesn't have anything to do. But then one day, he kind of comes back, and he's kind of like learning. He's kind of becoming friends with his kid, and like actually becoming a dad. And then through this like reunion, he finally gets over her death, and like keeps on living. But then, what was it? The child has the same problem as the wife, as he's super sickly. And then what happens? I'm not gonna say too much after that, but basically, yeah. After
I'm
that,
not gonna say too much.
After that is basically like the ending. I don't want to spoil the ending completely. I already kind of spoiled a lot. Whatever. All right. Anyways, let's go to. Should I? Okay.
You guys,
I don't care.
I don't care.
Okay. Basically, they both end up dying, like in the streets, and so that they both
Oh,
end up.
that's dark.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should have said no.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, okay. Here's the good thing,
good thing.
or kind of good thing. Some people don't like it. Is that there's a whole side plot of like him having like of this robot in like this mysterious area, and it turns out that robot is the soul of his kid, and that no.
I'm getting so lost.
There's a girl and a robot.
Hey, Cyberpunk.
There's a girl and a robot in like this mysterious area, and this girl is the like soul of his kid, and the robot is like him. It's really weird, but basically that girl like collects enough like magical energy or something. I don't remember, and she like grants the wish of like a robot, and like we go back in time all the way to when the girl gave birth, and then she lives this time, and then we got the happy story after. It is really weird, and I couldn't explain it better.
This
Like after, like that's as much as I
it
remember.
was so like down to earth. Then we just went into the sci-fi fantasy
Yeah, we saw-
territory.
It's kind of built up. You see it. You should have saw it in like the first season of Clannad of like the robot, the little robot, and the girl.
I don't really remember it now.
I'm pretty sure it's in the first.
You
season,
just
too.
never mentioned this.
No, because I forgot about it, and it doesn't come up until like it doesn't matter until the very end. Okay, that's about it. And then we shouldn't talk. That's about the entire story of Clannad.
I think I literally just watched the entirety of Clannad after story thanks to Zeke.
It's much better. It's much more
Save
emotional.
me 3 hours.
You
saved me 3 hours.
You saved me that day. I can spend more time bodying people in Call of Duty now.
What time is it?
6 minutes, Chainsaw Man.
Okay, 6 minutes. Chainsaw Man.
Okay, Cameron, you sit down for Chainsaw Man, boy. Hop in here.
Alright, someone else is playing Chainsaw Man.
All right, so Chainsaw Man. That show emotionally destroyed me. Like yeah, or like the end, or like the ending of the manga, like legitimately.
Oh, the ending of like
I haven't
the
read.
first
I
part.
haven't read
one
the
yet.
manga
Like,
yet.
I was
I've
like
seen
legit.
spoilers.
I remember that night. Because it was like a night I was finishing it. Yeah.
I haven't read the manga.
Can't-
yet.
Spoil
I've
This is-
only watched
This
it.
is different. Planet different. That's been out.
Okay.
That's been out.
All I know is that Chainsaw Man has one of the best OSTs I've ever heard.
Hey, read the manga. Do yourself a favor. It's fairly fast paced.
I don't like
I,
reading.
There's only like 100.
what are you doing on the manga podcast?
Dude,
No, I actually read manga. I just don't like reading it that often. I've
I'm
read.
already. I read every new chapter of part 2 when it comes out.
I've been keeping up with it.
Like, I read Attack on Titan. Like,
I mean, I read the last like 3 chapters yesterday.
I know that they're gonna. I think they're already good for season 2. Like
Yeah.
they greenlit a season 2 already, which
Well, I
I'm
mean,
excited about.
this is a bunch of
Yeah.
content.
All right. After we get.
We gotta start from the beginning of Chainsaw Man.
Okay, so. Yeah. Chainsaw Man, the manga destroyed me. Like, I remember when I finished it, like the ending, like for part one, like it just hit.
I think it was awesome.
It was great.
I'm not gonna talk about it, but it is awesome.
Without
It's
saying
like-
anything, it's good.
It is also.
I feel
It's
so left
genuinely a
out.
manga that like makes me like okay, so most media doesn't really do this, but like wow, I was genuinely thinking like adjusting my worldview after the manga.
Bro was touched, bro. He was touched.
Hey, bro,
Oh my God.
hey, this is the most Chainsaw Man. It's one of those life-changing things I've ever read.
Yeah, he changed, bro. Chainsaw Man changed him.
I was like in my autobiography. There was like it'll be divided by pre-Chainsaw Man and post-Chainsaw Man.
Bro. I feel like they're gonna do a Chainsaw Man movie at some point.
It'll probably be
It's gonna be the
ending of part
biggest cash
one.
grab, but I think they'll do it.
It would
I
be
don't
like
know,
the
they
ending
may
of-
make
it
a-
would be like the ending of part one.
It
Then
wouldn't really work.
I don't know.
No, I feel like they would just pull a Demon Slayer and then just do like
Yeah,
the
like,
like,
oh,
precursor to
yeah,
a season
that's
and just do like.
yeah, that's how they would do it probably.
That would be pretty good.
I mean, come on, it's a cash grab, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the
Season 2 is
last
gonna be
like
crazy.
they would have an adaptation of specific points.
Yeah, like I've been collecting like physical manga since like I read it all online. So
yeah, I've read one nothing, but I have physical.
I have like up to volume
I have
4 physically.
part one. I have all of part one. Chainsaw Man.
But you haven't read it.
Yeah, I've read it.
Oh, you have read it?
Yeah.
He's the only one that hasn't read it.
I haven't.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
I'm up to date.
Hey man, I've been busy. I don't have time.
I know.
Yo, I read it all.
I haven't been watching that much anime either.
I read it in 2
I mean, I
days.
can't feel that. Like I haven't really been watching much either. Like I have to force myself to kind of get through an episode sometimes. Like
See,
I'm
this kinda
recently
sucks.
watching Call
Because
of Duty.
honestly, when I get to college, I'm gonna be watching anime a lot.
We're gonna catch up.
But before we conclude, I just wanna we'll go one by one. One show you recommend people watch. Underrated.
Watch or can I say read?
Watch. Watch.
Watch.
I got a good one. Want me to give you something?
Just come back to me. Come back to me.
Diego.
Okay.
Alright, okay, so I recommend Gurren Lagann. It's this anime.
Okay.
It's a
Is it
mecha
good?
anime by Studio Gainax. Like it's their last show before they the studio disbanded. Like it is legitimately amazing. Like 'cause, like also something I consider like it hit me emotionally. Like yeah.
It is such a good mecha anime.
Yeah, like it is one of the best. It's personally my favorite, in my opinion.
Okay. I think a little spoiler for the anime one. They're literally fighting on top of galaxies at the end.
That's
It's
pretty
so-
cool.
It's so crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
I have two.
My turn. Okay.
I have Bocchi the Rock and The Daily Life of an Immortal King. I don't need to say
I don't
anything.
know that one.
It's one of the only Chinese-based animes I've watched. It's
Is that the
Chinese.
one
Really
where
good.
of time travel?
It's a little bit, and like they're like traveling through dimensions, and it's pretty. I don't know. It's just
I
really
think
cool.
I.
Pretty much
Mine-
one of those magic school kind of trips, but it's Chinese and Japanese, which I really like. It's pretty cool.
Mob Psycho 100.
Oh,
Yup.
Mob Psycho.
I need to watch it. Like 'cause it's by like the same guy who did Chainsaw
By-
Man. So
No, not
One
Chainsaw
Punch Man.
No, it's One Punch Man.
I missed up the man's.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Something.
that concludes it.
All right,
Jack didn't
Oh,
do this.
actually, you're right.
I got-
I gotta.
Come on, Jack.
Vinland Saga.
Okay.
Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga's good.
Like first season's really good. Second season I haven't seen that much of it, but I know what's going on. But it's really good.
Okay.
And that's the roundtable.